Engineer Muldoon! Captain McCreek! What goes with the repair of the engine, sailor? That lightning strike all but blew us up. Unless I can weld together a new fuel tank out of scrap metal, we're going to need to have spare parts and fuel brought to us. I suppose we'll just have to sit here and wait for rescue then. Anything else to report, sailor? Nah. No, sir. Muldoon? Well, come on, don't bite your tongue. Well, if I have permission to speak freely, sir, I'm a little bit worried about the crew. I'm thinking they're starting to get a little bit on edge. On edge? You know, cooped up. Cooped up how, Muldoon? Captain, this ship has become our whole world. The walls are closing in. The silence is deafening. I'm starting to see things around every corner. I'm worried it might be boat madness! Is this your first time at sea, Muldoon? No, it's my third. Your third? You ever been on a boat for more than 3 months? No, I haven't, sir. Well, I'm going to teach you the 3 hard, fast rules of sailing life. Safety is paramount, captain's word is law, don't fucking joke about boat madness. Captain, I'm not joking! The situation is simply not that serious, sailor. But our radio was knocked out during the storm and we've got no idea if or when help is coming for us. The world could have ended and we might not know! Jesus, Mary and Joseph, it's been 4 days. Could you be any more dramatic? We're gonna die out here alone with no one to mourn us! Apparently you can. Look, this isn't Cape Horn or the bloody Bermuda Triangle. We got caught in a freak storm, we got struck by lightning, and our radio and engine were damaged. Is it a tough situation? Yes! But a couple of weeks adrift at most with ample stores on a well-travelled trade route is not a recipe for boat madness! Well-provisioned or no, boat madness always infects those with idle minds, and we're running out of things to do! What, besides the upkeep, repair and maintenance of our at-present disabled vessel? Captain, see after we stopped the fires, overhauled the engines and retuned the emergency generators, we took inventory of the stores, repaired all the lifeboats, and repainted everything above the waterline. Well then go down to the galley and watch a movie! The only thing that we have in the video collection is the Tim Burton filmography, 2 birdwatching DVDs, and Season 7 of Game of Thrones. Wait, really? Wow, that is like 2 options, and even then only if you like birds. Yeah, and I think the crew are starting to get restless. Why? How are the crew occupying their time? Sailor Ellison. The cook? She decided to throw out a couple of lines and do some fishing. Caught a fat mackerel off the port side, took it off the hook, kissed it, and said, "You're a pretty gentleman, and I'm taking you out on a date." Okay, that's a bit odd. I didn't think anything of it until I saw her coming out of the galley with that same mackerel grilled on a plate in a little phyllo pastry soup with a tomato rosette. That's when I ran to sailors Alexius and Dean. Aye, the couple, the deckhands? Aye, you know we let them take their breaks together and bunk together and that, but recently I walked in on them in the storage closet. Oh, for God's sake! Playing a game of tic-tac-toe, blindfolded, with a scented candle between them. That was not what I was expecting to hear, and is somehow a very uncomfortable image. How do you think I felt? They just smiled and asked me if I wanted to join them, and I just walked away. And when I was just trying to get back to my bunk so I could read a magazine and forget everything I saw, that's when I bumped into Bosun O'Shea. Doing what? Look, I know he's a music lover and he's got his record collection to occupy his time, but I swear before God Almighty, instead of using his headphones, he has been playing Beethoven at full blast on a 1925 Columbia Graphanola phonograph. Boat madness. So you believe me? Damn me, but I never thought I'd see it again. Again? You've seen boat madness before? We spent 83 days adrift when I was hauling Crown Royal during the height of the trade war. We were clinging close to the Arctic Circle trying to avoid enemy waters. The Mannerly. You were aboard the Mannerly! We recruited most of the crew at Halifax. Eccentric folk, fun traditions, that's why I didn't notice it at first. But when we got locked in the ice trying to escape that Yankee ship, and we were down to canned goods, that's when I first spotted it. The purser. Hosting a tea party for the rats in the hold. Deckhands painting messages to amuse the astronauts in space. We sang Barrett's Privateers 2,185 times before the first mate finally took a fire axe to the chest of the ship's doctor. My God. Captain, what do we do? This isn't going to be an easy task. There's only one sure cure for boat madness. Then let's do it! Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever! Good, because we need to tie the most junior sailor on the ship to an anchor and throw them overboard. What in the fuck are you talking about? A babe in the sea shall keep the madness from ye. Better we spend the rest of this trip awaiting rescue mourning you than succumb to the boat madness and then slaughter each other over a game of Monopoly. Oh, I already burned the ship's only copy, sir. Aye, that's a good lad. Now do us a favour and stick your hands behind your back. But I'm the one who had to warn you about the boat madness! You can't sacrifice me to stave off the boat madness! That's the kind of chat coming from somebody who's already succumbed to the boat madness! That's the nature of the boat madness, son! There's only two things that can bring this crew back together. One is the loss of a trusted and dear friend, and the other is an even more sudden, dramatic, and unexpected rescue! Hold that thought? Of course. Engine room, this is the captain. Okay, can you gather everyone in the mess hall and we'll let them know? Aye, cheers. Well, good news is the radio's working again. Oh my god! Oh my god, we're saved! The bad news is the world ended.
Special thanks to my sandwich tier patrons Griffin Provenzano, Divil, and Brandon Cryer. And an extra special thank you to my early backers Ryan Henderson, Winterslade, D Sparrow, Dugrin, Watchful Spirit, Harrison Pollen, Gunner, Computer Coder, Patchwork Wizard, Zeb Pickering Polstra, William Ferrari, Isaac Davies, Sashot Mac, Andrew Davis, Lemon Planter, Sora Mayura Yukino, Displacer Cat Shi, Zyrax, Gabriel Shepherd, Harry 1863, Anthony Williams, Kay Burnett, Peter Allen, Merrill Douglas, Jordan S, Aaron Grover, Wanna Trip Baby, Damien Lane, Carl Lilia, Righteous Steak, Thomas O'Neill, Joshua Smith, Jenny Size, Matthew, and Evan Haggard. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you'd like access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content and the ability to influence our future projects, please consider joining our Patreon or supporting us directly by going to weredshedproductions.com and donating or buying some of our new merch.